Thanks for coming today. My name's Ken Owert. I'm the Parks Director for the whole city of Rochester Hills, but specifically this park. And we couldn't have had greater weather, and appreciate Mayor Barnett being here, because whenever he shows up, it seems like we have great weather. So on that, it's appreciated. I also want to thank, however, our staff. We have a huge park system, and the effort involved in just putting a system like this together and maintaining it. Again, it looks beautiful. The sidewalks are clean. The mulch is in the right spot. They're blowing the sand back in the sandbox, all that stuff. So I'd really love to give a shout out to our team who maintains this park, who is in the back right there. And And this has been a long time coming to open up the whole playground. And you're going to hear from the DNR in just a little bit as well, who strongly supported this project. But the person who really supported this project, before I was even an inkling in Rochester Hills eye, is Mayor Barnett. And Mayor Barnett had a vision for this park way before really almost anybody else did, and really started to pull it together. And so he's going to tell a little bit about what we do and how it came together and all that. And so I'd like to welcome Mayor Barnett in the bright green sunglasses.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, and thank you all for being here today. Really appreciate it. There's nothing better than to talk in front of a bunch of kids who are playing around. I imagine your attention span's about 90 seconds, so I'll try and make a 90-minute speech about 90 seconds. Just kidding. I'm so excited that you're here, and I'm glad that Ken started with thanking the folks that really deserve the credit. That are the men and women that are here every single day. They're the eyes and ears of this park. They're the heartbeat of this park, and would you please join me in thanking them again, because all of this work is really to their credit. I also want to recognize a couple people in the audience who, without their help, this would not be possible. We have a tremendous relationship with our city council. They are wonderfully supportive. We have a lot of staff here today, and you know how supportive they are and how supportive they've been. Vice President Dr. Susan Boyer is here, and Councilwoman Carol Moreland is here. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you both for being here, and thank you for your support and your friendship. This project has been can y'all hear me all right? All right. This project has been a pretty cool dream to watch really take place over the last number of years. And I know some of you have been working on this for a long time, but if you think really nothing was here 2 or 3 years ago to what it is now, we looked at the car counts, the number of people that visited this park. In 2018, before anything was here, 13,000. Last year, close to 400,000 people came to Innovation Hills. That's 2.5 times the population of Reno, Nevada, if that matters to anybody out there in the crowd. We are absolutely thrilled with how the community has embraced this park and how it has embraced it. There are proposals, promposals, wedding pictures, graduation pictures, class field trips, everything you can imagine has been celebrated in this park, and one of the highlights of the park has been the playground area behind me. A couple things that you should note. Little Guy Detroit has said Innovation Hills should be on everyone's must-visit list, named the coolest new park and one of the 25 best playgrounds in the country. Little Tykes, a very famous national brand, used our playground as the backdrop for their recent entire national marketing campaign. The Michigan Concrete Association, I didn't hear a whoop whoop there, and I never do. There's one. Gave Innovation Hills the Special Innovative Decorative Award nationally for its glow-in-the-dark sidewalks. Metro Detroit Mommy referred to Innovation Hills as having a, quote, epic playground and beautiful boardwalk. Only in your state said, when you're searching for an experience like none other, this gorgeous destination promises to impress. Regardless of your age, you'll want to return to Innovation Hills Park time and time again. And last year, 400,000 people did it, and we think we'll probably top that number again this year. This is an amazing story of a process that worked well, a need that was met in the community, and so many wonderful people giving their time, talent, and treasure to execute this dream and to make it happen. And today, Innovation Hills only gets better as we take the coolest playground in Michigan and make it even cooler, as we like to do here in the city of Rochester Hills. This new expansion part of the playground has 12 new play elements, new play experiences for kids, and maybe some parents as well. Along with, and this has always been very important to us, hundreds and hundreds of shrubs and trees. This is not just a city playground that it's parking lot right to the playground equipment. As you look around us, you will see how much attention we put to make sure we are planting 3 or 4 or 5 times more trees than were ever here in the past, to make sure that that's part of the legacy of Innovation Hills as well, a tip of the cap to the environmental component of this great park. We are, again, so thrilled of how it's come together. There's some very unique features in this park. One of them is over my shoulder. It's the We Go Round. It's a really central feature in this section. It's the green piece of apparatus that's spinning behind me. It is a fully wheelchair accessible merry-go-round, one of only a couple in the state of Michigan that will allow students and kids of all ages to participate in something that we all grew up with, a good old-fashioned merry-go-round. This is really a state-of-the-art feature that we're thrilled with. There are a couple cozy cocoons that you'll see here and over here. These, again, are designed for some of our guests that have a need to separate, to calm themselves, to experience some fun, and to be in a restful, cozy space, perhaps overstimulated. We've got those folks covered as well, with another unique opportunity for them, as well as many traditional climbing activities and other things that teach and train and hopefully allow students and children to have a blast along the way. We are thrilled with how this park has come together and excited that it's getting even more exciting as we move forward. There are also a couple folks that have been special partners in this as well. I want to mention Dominic Mosheri and the Mosheri family for their sponsorship. Dominic's in the back. Let's give Dominic a round of applause for their family's support of the playground area. And Mary Modetz and her family. John and Mary Modetz. Mary's here. Let's give Mary a round of applause. She and her family have also been wonderfully supportive of this process as well. But there's one organization, one group that has been perhaps the most supportive of this particular part of the community, or this particular part of the project, and that's the DNR. And I'm very excited to introduce to you Mary Carlock, who's going to come and share a few words. Mary and her team donated over $300,000 in a grant to see this all-accessible part of our playground become a reality. Let's give a warm Rochester Hills welcome to Mary.
Hi, my name is Mary Carlock. I'm a grant coordinator. I'm a landscape architect, and I'm a former city employee for 30 years being a park planner. So I built some pretty big play lots in my time, but this one's much bigger, kind of on the Disney scale of things. So it's really, I'm not supposed to say that? All right, well, it's a very nice, maybe it's more Universal than Disney, I'm not sure. I always manage to say something stupid when I'm up here, but all right, so we are just a small part of the overall giant project, but we're, when I brought my boss's boss, and now he's my boss's boss's boss, a couple years ago, we were floored by the construction going on, the ponds, the waterfalls, the boardwalks, and everything. So we're really excited to be just a small part of that. So I'm here to talk about the grant fund. It's actually federal money, and the Land and Water Conservation Fund that goes back to 1965 and 64, I think even under the Kennedy administration, so that's a long time ago for us that remember those times. But recently in 2019, it was permanently, every year it was always like an iffy thing. So we tell people to apply, but we don't know about the money. So in 2019, it was reauthorized on a permanent basis by the Dingle Act, and of course that's named after the Dingles and who represent part of the state of Michigan. And then in 2020, which was a year we'll never forget anyway, but we're going to remember it because it was the Great American Outdoors Act, and that permanently funded the program. So we don't have to worry about it every year. The funds for this are not tax dollars. They come from, similar to the trust fund, offshore oil leases like in the Gulf of Mexico. So when we see those rigs out there, it does convert to parks across the country. The Land and Water takes that money, and it has a federal side, but then they take some of the money and they divvy it out to every state, even Guam. It has so territories too. And in Michigan, the Department of Natural Resources administers those funds. We were at about 1.2 million a few years ago before these acts, and now we're about 7 million. So it's really grown a lot. It's a matching program, so the communities must put up, for every dollar grant, they have to put up $1 local funds. And of course, they did that here. So it's now 60 years, $16.7 billion across the United States, 40,000 grants. And then in Michigan, we've had 150 million. And, you know, we all like nature, and nature is on its own and it's free, but parks are not free. So this is all a great investment for our communities. Just in Oakland County, 10.3 million. I'm not a money person, I'm a park designer, but you need the money. So we talk about the money. Since 1977, Rochester Hills has been a participant in Land and Water and on our other 2 grant programs for both park development and land acquisition for parks, trails. The last 3 grants the city has gotten were Land and Water Fund projects, and for Innovation Hills. All those, the boardwalks and the trails and the kayak launch, more of the softer side of the park. So there was $300,000 here, but $300,000 over 2 grants for those. So that's very exciting. This new area of the park, in addition to what you had built before, I understand has a focus on autism and children in that spectrum. I noticed all the fence around. That's really important for not just children on the spectrum, but all children that might take off, so you can keep them underfoot, so to speak. We talked about the trails and the boardwalks and the launch, and also we connect to the Clinton River Trail. So Michigan is known as a trail state, and this can be part of it. So really excited to be part of it, and enjoy your park. I'll be back. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary. I heard 2 parts of your speech. 1, this is just like Disney World. And 2, you have more money in Lansing. So we hope to have you back real soon. You know, just briefly as we close, because you don't want to keep kids off the playground, and we've got a pretty cool moment in just a few moments. We're going to ask hopefully all the kids to come back, and we're going to take a pretty cool ribbon cutting picture, and then we've got some snacks for them, and hopefully a chance for everyone to get a chance to see the new playground. But this is a great community story, and in a very quick nutshell, for many years the city owned this property and really didn't know what to do with it. We didn't have the extra funds to do something. And through some great leadership through many of the folks in the crowd and those that preceded them, we partnered with different organizations, Lawrence Tech, for example, to dream big, some donors that helped us initially get started, and then some wonderful folks along the way. You might remember we even asked our community if they would support Innovation Hills. We had hoped to raise $50,000, and in 60 days we raised almost $180,000 from 10, 15, 20, and $50 donations from people who just really felt like this was something unique and interesting. And we have much more to come as we cut the ribbon on this. My meeting just a few hours ago was on the next stage of Innovation Hills growth, and that is on a Indiana Jones style rope bridge that's going to connect the front 70 acres with the back 40 acres to add for more walking and enjoying of nature. That's a green space parcel on the other 40, giving us almost 120 acres of crazy fun area to just recreate, create family moments, and enjoy Rochester Hills. So the Innovation Hills story has been exceptional to date. We mark it today by the growth of the playground, but it is only getting better, and people are working every day to continue this incredible story. So a very heartfelt thank you to our council, to our donors, to all of you, to the the team members here for the City of Rochester Hills for being a part of this incredible journey. This is the stuff that legacies are made out of, right? This is something that will be in our community long beyond any of us stop wearing the Rochester Hills lanyard and move on. This is something that hopefully our kids and grandkids will enjoy for many years to come. Thank you for being a part of this celebration today. And now we are going to get to the ribbon cutting. So we need the kids